Have you ever felt stressed, anxious, or desperate due to challenges in your life? Do you want to have extraordinary mental strength to overcome all challenges and difficulties? If your answer is yes, then you might be interested in learning about Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live wisely, calmly, and happily in a world full of uncertainty and suffering. Stoicism is one of the most influential and practical philosophical schools in history. Founded by Zeno of Citium in the 3rd century BC, Stoicism was later developed by great philosophers such as Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Stoicism teaches us that things beyond our control should not disturb our peace of mind, and we should focus on things we can control: our attitudes, actions, and reactions to events around us. Stoicism offers many practices and exercises to help us develop virtues, wisdom, and resilience. However, some Stoic practices may sound strange, extreme, or even forbidden to modern people. These practices are actually highly beneficial and effective in testing and improving our character, as well as preparing us to face whatever comes in life. In this video, I will share with you 3 forbidden Stoic practices that will give you unbeatable resilience. Without further ado, let's begin. The first forbidden Stoic practice is meditation on death. It involves imagining that today is your last day alive and that you will soon die. The goal is to make you realize the value of life and the importance of not wasting time, energy, and emotions on unimportant things like greed, anger, envy, or fear. Meditation on death also helps us appreciate and be grateful for things like family, friends, health, and opportunities. It teaches us not to fear death, as it is natural and inevitable, and what matters most is how we live, not how long. For example, picture yourself lying in your bed, knowing you have only a few hours left to live. You can't do anything except review your life. Are you satisfied with what you've done? Do you regret what you haven't done? Are you at peace with yourself and your loved ones? Do you feel you've lived well, or do you think you've wasted your life? Now, imagine you're given a chance to live again and correct your mistakes, focusing on what truly matters to you. What would you do? How would you live? Meditation on death might sound frightening, but it's remarkably beneficial for making us more aware, courageous, and meaningful. As Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "He who learns how to die has unlearned slavery. He is above and beyond anything, even fortune, and none can enslave or conquer him." The second forbidden Stoic practice is the discomfort exercise. It involves intentionally exposing yourself to unpleasant situations or conditions, such as cold, heat, hunger, thirst, fatigue, or embarrassment. The goal is to make you accustomed to discomfort and reduce dependence on luxurious, hedonistic, or materialistic things. The discomfort exercise also helps us develop gratitude, patience, and resilience. It teaches us not to complain, not to give up, and not to fear difficult things, as we know we can overcome them. For instance, choose one day a week to live in a very simple and humble way. You could dress in shabby clothes, eat cheap and tasteless food, sleep on a hard and cold floor, or walk to your work or school. While doing these things, don't complain, don't regret, and don't pity yourself. Instead, be grateful for still having clothes, food, a bed, and transportation. Think about people who don't have these things and how they manage to live happily. Also, remember it's temporary, and you can return to your normal life whenever you want. The discomfort exercise might sound crazy, but it's genuinely beneficial for making us more humble, strong, and happy. As Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, said, "If you want to improve, be content to appear clueless or stupid in extraneous matters. Don't wish to seem knowledgeable, and if some regard you as important, distrust yourself." The third forbidden Stoic practice is premeditation of evils. It involves imagining the worst things that could happen to you and how you would react and act if those things actually occurred. The goal is to make you ready to face the worst-case scenarios, reducing fear, anxiety, or surprise about undesirable events. Premeditation of evils also helps us avoid disappointment, sadness, or anger. It teaches us not to be too attached to things that can be lost, damaged, or taken from us, as we know we can live without them. For example, Imagine losing your job and not finding a new one soon. You don't have enough money to pay bills, rent, or food. You might have to sell your belongings, move to a cheaper place, or even become homeless. How would you feel? How would you act? What would you do to overcome this situation? What would you learn from this experience? What would you be grateful for in the things you still have? Premeditation of evils might sound pessimistic, but it's highly beneficial for making us more realistic, optimistic, and peaceful. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Then make that day count." Those are the 3 forbidden Stoic practices that will give you unbeatable resilience. By regularly practicing these, you will be able to face any situation wisely, calmly, and happily. You will also become more virtuous, courageous, and free. You will be a true Stoic, living in accordance with nature, reason, and virtue. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching, and until next time.